Hey, I'm making a video today, creating your perfect studio setup and troubleshooting studio problems, right? I don't know about many of you, but I'm trying to make more videos consistently. I'm trying to figure out the best way to create videos. You know, there was a time when I would have this camera added to a DJI setup like this, and I would have a microphone going into this. The microphone would be here, and I would be doing B-roll here while using this microphone, and that's basically, and then I would use this camera to gather the better video, but because I couldn't get this microphone to set up with that camera, and so I had all these different pieces, and the thing I was trying to do was figure out a way that I could send this and the video into one place, like Zoom, for instance, or Riverside, or even EasyWebinar. You know, we of course use the same type of things. But what was happening was the video I was creating was super choppy. I looked like a robot, and I was like, I couldn't figure out how to do it where I was using these live stream entry points, right? And my team was like, hey, Casey, you're gonna have to film, you know, this way where you're into this camera, but you're using this audio. And it was like, I was like, I'm going crazy. So what I ended up doing is I talked to my friends, the guys who helped me build the studio, and I said, you know, I'm about to throw this camera away and get a new one. What kind of camera should I get? And he was like, whoa. I don't think it's, let me see, wait, I don't think it's the camera, because you have a Sony ZV-1. I had to read that literally. See, Sony ZV-1, okay, and it's basically like a vlogger's camera. You could do streaming with it. I've had it for a while, so I was like, well, maybe this is the problem. So he informed me that no, I don't think that's the problem. I think your HDMI cables and how you set up into your Mac Mini is the problem. And I was like, what the hula hoops? So I went back and asked him, well, what do you suggest? And he gave me some really cool suggestions. And that's what I kind of want to share with you guys today. So the very first thing that he told me to get was the 4K micro HDMI to HDMI male cable adapter, okay? Now, basically what this helps you do is it streams it into the computer, right, where you're going into, in a much better way. I don't know what it does. It compresses it. Don't ask me the technical stuff. I don't know that. All I know is this thing cost $9, and it was basically a godsend, right? So all I did is I put it into the camera. There's a HDMI that goes into the camera that then goes into the computer. I use a Mac Mini, and then this cable runs right into the Mac Mini. Now, the other thing that he told me to get, I have to literally go into this. Now, this turns any camera into like a pro streaming camera, basically, right? It helps the quality of video, and so this is what it is. He had me get the Elgato Cam Link 4K. It's with external capture card for DSLR and camcorder. Action cams as webcam, meet, stream, record in 1080p 60 frames per second, or 4K 30 or 4K 60. So that's what I'm using in this camera. I've set up the 4K experience with this camera. So it's all set up in 4K. Now I could drop it down to 1080, but I have it as 4K. I think it's 4K and 30. Or 4K and 60. I'm not quite sure. I can get that information, and when I do, I'll put it in the description area, because my guys who are editing this, they know this stuff better than I do. So anyway, the Cam Link, what I ended up doing is, and I was like, where does this thing go? The Cam Link actually goes in, and then it goes in, it's an HDMI, goes right in, or USB, it goes in, okay, into the Mac Mini, and then there's an HDMI on the end of it, where the HDMI cable that I had goes into that. And so when you combine these two together into the Mac Mini, you get this level of quality in your video streams, okay? That's what I kind of wanted to show you, that this is what I've been practicing, figuring out, trying to land on. It's not so easy, but this is what I have. Also, I'm going to show with this camera kind of what the setup is. So I have a softbox here. I have another light above here, and then I have another ring light that's turned off at the moment. And you can see kind of the setup. I have a teleprompter that you're a teleprompter, you guys. So there's a teleprompter with the camera directly behind it, And that's how this is set up. And now I have nothing on this wall at the moment, so it looks really barren. But this is how it's set up. This is the Mac Mini, and this is the cable right here. You could see this is how the HDMI cable comes from the camera, which is behind there. Maybe if I zoom in, you can see the camera right there. This is the HDMI cable that goes into it, and then this is the Cam Link, the Elgato Cam Link 4K that turns these videos into 4K. It makes it really cool looking. Now beyond this, in the corner, I have these. This is set with a remote, this light, and then this light is set over here with my phone, so I can turn the colors on and change the colors around as I want to. Now, one thing that I haven't done is I actually have LED strips that I could be using and going all the way around my, basically all the way around the back of my studio, right? Now, there's a way more that I could be doing. This is just what I have at the moment. And of course, these curtains that you can see right here, I can open and close them. Yes, these are two different colors. You guys can't tell, but if I use this B-roll, you'll be able to tell. Anyway, if I have this on and close these, oftentimes it creates that ambiance of more darkness, and I have my above lights on at the moment. So let me just show you what that looks like when I turn them off. 1 second. Okay, now you can see the experience when everything is sort of closed off. It looks more like I'm inside this like sort of high, studio area that's very dark and has like some depth and layers. And what I could be doing also is I could be turning some of these lights on. I can also open my shades over here, and that might add a little light on this side of my face. Let's just do that real quick. Okay, now you can see there's even more light that's been added. This ring light over here, and I haven't yet to solve this problem where these two things are kind of spacey and in here, but I kind of don't mind them. They kind of look a little weird, but it's okay. But if I turn that ring light off, that would solve that problem. Which here, let's just do that real quick. There, no more ring light, and it still looks pretty good. So here, this is basically how the studio is set up. Maybe eventually I'll change things around, but as of now, this is how it's set up. I have a couple things. I have this Manfrotto that really works well for on the go. This is how I'd use it basically on the go. I also have a Logitech C920 camera that I use for doing webinars occasionally and just having a different camera source for my MacBook Pro. And then a couple things that people have asked me about. What kind of mic do I use? Well, I still use a mic that I've had for a long time. It's the Heil microphone. It's like a podcast studio microphone. This cord goes all the way into a Focusrite, and I can make a video here so you can see this. So as you can see, the cord that I have here, sorry, the desk is a little messy. This microphone goes all the way into this Focusrite. It's called a Scarlett 2.2. It's a red box, basically, and it's obviously it's a mic cord, and it's plugged right into basically the Mac Mini. Okay, and that's how this stuff is set up. Yeah, so there we go. Just wanted to. Okay, I'm going to turn this off. Bam. And so I just wanted to have a quick video to show you kind of the studio setup that I'm using, some of the things that I'm trying to work on, improving it. Again, I've gotten better at it. Now the stream looks pretty clear. Let me see. Let me see if it looks clear. Do you see that? The sales experience, it's a 400-page book all about how to create the best sales experiences with online events. I have some workshops that are going to be coming out very soon, but my whole goal of this video was just to see and show you basically what's going on in my studio world and how I had some issues with some of my video quality and how I think this actually improved. In fact, if you go back to some of my videos that were shot through Riverside, now they are looking way better because of changing this out. You don't need a new camera, you just need to change some of your wiring and your settings, and that should help. So again, if this video helped, just subscribe to the channel, and more videos like this will come around to you around business, entrepreneurship, scaling workshops and online events, and how to leverage the power of video to build an interpersonal connection with your audience. And that's about it. I'll see you soon.